This rope work, you gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. Gotta get on it every day and do this rope work, guys. We'll see you soon with something else. Got to get your bag work in, folks. Got to have bag work. Don't have to be the fastest all the time. Joe's done a full workout and got right back on the bag. So that's what you got to do if you want to win at this sport. Got to do bag work, among a million and one other things. All right, guys, figured we'd do a video here to let you know what happened to us today. We just can't get away from being persecuted and discriminated against and jumped and being bashed by real racist people. So I'm kind of going to let it started with me first and went right to Joseph. And this was inside the gym today. We went through 30, 35, or 40 minutes with 3 Venezuelan young women, maybe 20 to 25, wailing on us. But I'm going to let Joe talk to you a little bit about it.
Okay. So we were just training like usual. I was preparing to make some videos, and these women, they just bomb rush us and just start putting their mats on the floor and basically steal the space we had, right? They don't ask nothing, no questions or nothing about it. They just take it. And then, so Daddy asked them, hey, can we train here? Is it fine with you? Will it bother you? And one of the girls said, or women, they said, I speak English. So Daddy talked back to her and said, that's okay, then let's talk. And the girl right away began just cursing us, telling us how we're so bad because we're Americans.
Well, she first off went in on President Trump.
Oh yeah, insulting him, telling him
that was the first thing she did.
And complaining because he's...
Your president's an awful racist, dirty, rotten dog.
Oh yeah.
Your people are a dirty, rotten dog. You people were okay, meaning all of America was okay as long as we had Joe Biden controlling all 350 million of us. So go ahead, Joe.
Oh yeah, so she did say that first, and so Daddy tells me, you know what, Joe? We're gonna have a talk with these people, with these women. We stop working out, and Daddy starts telling them, like be a little more respectful.
Yeah, and I did that because I wouldn't shut up.
Yeah,
so there was no way
to debate that.
You could have kept going.
Yeah, so, and then they went from trash talking Donald Trump to trash talking the Americans, us, telling us how we're bad people because they're like abortion's illegal here, right? And they're telling us we're horrible people because we're trying to make abortion illegal in the U.S. and we don't want to kill babies, so therefore we're horrible people. We're monsters, and we're Nazis as well, racist, every other thing you could think of. We were just for being Americans.
And this is people fleeing communism in Venezuela, by the way, and labeled us Nazis. And when we raised it with them, hey, abortion's illegal in Colombia, they were, well, that's okay. It's you that's the problem. Yeah, meaning us and Americans.
And they're from Venezuela, right? They came illegally into this country, and one of them's all proud saying, "I ran from immigration or migration."
Here in Colombia now.
Really nice.
One of the women was bragging about running from immigration because they're all in Colombia illegally. And was bragging about that, but then dogging us because our country's sending Latinos back. So you see how sick these people are. And it's all of the countries. We happen to be kind of in a small way defending Colombia. But the fact of the matter is, all these people are sick from Mexico on down, and from the border of Mexico and the U.S. on down. It is a shithole. You know, that's just a fact. There's nothing being racist about it. May sound ugly to some people, but it is a fact. Once you cross that border from Mexico into the U.S., things start becoming more clear air, more clean water, clean streets, clean and tidy homes, clean and tidy apartment buildings, unless you get to shitholes like L.A. and New York and Chicago, Miami, that have been shittied up by the same people. But this was awful, wasn't it?
That was crazy. We even tried showing them like a few things that happened to us here. Like whenever they hit me with some kind of piece of concrete or something, or a rock in here, so I had to get some stitches. And they're like, well, that's justified. You're an American.
Yeah, Joe showed him a picture and said, so this ain't racism coming after me and my dad with rocks like this and the shit that these people do? You know, what about that? When they were talking about how dirty, stinking, rotten North Americans were. And Joe showed them a picture and they were like, we don't care. You deserve that because you're American. You're U.S.
But were the ones discriminating, apparently.
So, the people back home, if you're in Great Britain, they think the same of you. If you're from Germany, they think you're a piece of trash too. If you're from France, you're a piece of shit too. It's not just the U.S. Canadians are pieces of crap as well. And these are the same people that when you got them outnumbered or they need something from you in the U.S., a lot of them act good and decent when they aren't raping our children and shit like that they're doing, or taking over apartment buildings or blocks of neighborhoods. They act all sweet and innocent. And the fact is, there is none sweet and innocent. There's none amongst them. Because the ones that aren't hurting anybody else aren't standing up for the ones that are being hurt by them. They don't even love each other. And that's the problem. So, you got anything else you want to add to it?
No, I'm not really. It's just crazy.
So, we're not here because we love to fucking bananas. We're here because of illegal actions and shit that was done to Joe. So, we're not in love with this place at all. But we have met some people that we love and things like that. But on the whole, it's a shithole, no matter where you go. No matter where you go. So it's just awful with these people. And you don't want these people in the U.S. You want to grab them up, clear them up, and get them back. And when Joe gets back, he's got a lot of people he's going to be mandatory. Let them know you want to get on the plane this week and get your ass home. You will want to do it because you're not going to want to go at the other route. And these are people that have hurt him. So don't let this world tell you as a white man or a black man, because if you're black and you're an African North American and you come down here, they're going to treat you just as bad. Are they or are they not?
Oh, yeah.
And we've got experience with that, right? So with seeing that happen here. And you don't need it. You don't need it. Only two predominant races that belong in the United States is a white man, white people, and black people. The rest should just be a fig, just a little portion. And we don't need to have 18 million Chinese people in the U.S. We don't need to have 25 million Latinos in the U.S. There needs to be the white people and the black people. And that's how I believe. And I don't care if you think what about me. And I'm basing everything that I feel or that Joe feels on the groups of people that have hurt us very deeply and very badly. And that's what you're supposed to. If it was a bunch of Irishmen in your neighborhood wreaking havoc, raping your children, stealing everything you got, and you said, I want to get these Irishmen away from me, you wouldn't be labeled nothing at all. So why is it with these people that you would be labeled? And I'm telling you, our country was milestones better when it was predominantly black people and white people that lived in it. But since we've had this overload of Latinos coming into our country, it hasn't worked. And we shouldn't keep promoting it, and we shouldn't keep allowing it. And when those witches, and that's what they are, started getting on President Trump, I just, 10 times I said, come on, Joe, let's go. And they wouldn't even let us go. They just kept blah, 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 blah. And I'm not leaving being forced out or run around because of 3 Venezuelan women. Just sorry as I can effing be. Mm-hmm. You don't either, are you?
Oh, yeah.
So if they want to act like they're over these 2 gringos, then what I'd suggest to them is to be able to defend themselves like men, because that's what it's going to end up going to. I am no respecter of persons and no respecter of genders. And you take that to the damn bank. For the rest of you, we love you. Christ is Lord, King, and Savior with us. And we hope He is with you too. And we hope everybody has a great week. Other than that, everything's been great so far, right?
Yeah.
Great workout, everything else, right? Mm-hmm. So we just want to let you all know that. Much love to y'all, and we hope everybody has a great, great week.